Hey freshmen, Mrs. Roth here, and I'm just going to talk you through what you're doing today on Monday. The first thing is that we are going to be starting our new vocab program. So you want to open up the directions here, and the directions are going to walk you through what you're doing each day. So the goal is to do a little bit of vocab practice every day. That helps you interact with the words and remember them better than if you cram everything into one day. Okay, so for today, what you're going to do is you're going to open up Unit 1, and you're going to put this into Notability so that you have it and you can interact with it the rest of the week. For the very first day, all we ever do is look over the words. So you want to look over this word, read through the definition, maybe take the time to write this word into the blank, just so you can take a look at the word and writing it. Maybe in Notability, what you want to do is highlight each of the words, but you're just going to go through and you're going to read through the word list, read through the definitions, and just take a little bit of time to familiarize yourself with the words. You're not going to actually start any of the practices. We'll leave that for later in the week. Okay, so make sure that you open up the Unit 1 vocabulary and that you put it into Notability so you have the unit that you can work with the rest of the week. Then what you're going to do is you're going to read Chapter 2 of Hound of the Baskervilles. Chapter 2 is going to be an important chapter for us. I've got a link here to the entire PDF, but if you have a copy of your book, you can just read it right out of your book. You don't need to worry about the PDF. You could also put this PDF into Notability if you want to. You could mark it up, highlight. If that would be a helpful thing for you, you can do that. Then you're going to have a chance to read through these study guide questions, and I would say take the time to answer them. Again, add them into Notability, and maybe you want to add them to your study guide questions from Chapter 1. So you have like Chapter 1 through 4 all together. That's going to be our first quiz, Chapter 1 through 4. But take the time to answer those study guide questions to make sure that you've understood the important concepts from the story. The other thing that we're going to do in class is we're going to take a look at the two most important pieces of Chapter 2, and we're going to kind of do a sequence of events. And that's something that you might want to do at home as well. So we're going to make a chart in our notebooks, or I'll do it up on the whiteboard. And what I'm going to ask them to do is to first find examples or information from the curse with Hugo. So one side of the chart is going to be Hugo, and then the other side of the chart is going to be finding the sequence events with Charles Baskerville. So what you want to know about the setup of Chapter 2 is first it's going to talk about the original curse and how the curse came upon the Baskerville family. And it's going to be like, oh, this is really old, from like 1742, right? And the original Baskerville was named Hugo, and he was not a very nice guy. And it's going to talk you through the night and the events that happened that put this curse upon the family. So what you want to be able to do is maybe like see if you can write down 5 steps for how this curse happened. Okay. First, Hugo did this. Then Hugo and his buddies did this. Then at the party, this happened. Then fourthly, this happened. And fifthly, this happened, right? You should have a sequence of events for how the curse got started relating to Hugo. Then on the other part of your chart or your notes, what you want to do is you want to have a sequence of events relating to the current mystery at hand. And that's Charles Baskerville. So Dr. Mortimer is going to say, this is the curse, and now here's currently what I'm worried about. And you should be able to say, again, this is what happened to Charles Baskerville. This is what I know about him. This is what I found. This is some evidence around his body was what, right? So you want to have a clear like sequence of events or information related to Hugo and the original curse. And then you want to have a clear sequence of events and information related to the current mystery at hand, Charles Baskerville. All right, so that is a little guidance for how to approach Chapter 2. If you have questions, let me know. Otherwise, the quiz is coming up on Thursday. So you are going to have an opportunity to ask me questions if you are in a B group then. Okay, so happy reading.